Alright, so first have a look at the comparison of test before and after I optimized my internet settings on Windows 11 device. And you can also make this kind of difference. But before the optimization, what I would recommend you that create a restore point. So click on Windows search, type restore, click on create a restore point from the suggestion. Here below where it says create, click on it and write any name like internet optimization or whatever you want to give, and then you have to click on create. Now why I'm creating a restore point, because sometimes maybe some of the setting may not work for few of you, then you can easily revert the action. Alright, so once done, it says created successfully, so you will have to click on close. Now in future, if you want to revert the action, then you have to come to the same page and click on system restore. Choose a different restore point, click on next, and your restore point will be displayed here. Select it, click on next, and your computer will be reverted back to that particular stage. Alright, now let's move with optimization, and my first recommendation is if you really need huge difference in the internet speed, in the stability, in the ping, then better switch from the Wi-Fi to the LAN connection. And I will show you the clear difference. So first what I will do, I will connect my computer with the Wi-Fi connection and I will disable the Ethernet. And then when I will run the speed test, so you will find that what kind of ping, what kind of speed and what kind of delay I am getting. Alright, so this is what the speed test shows me right now. You can see the ping is really high. Now what I will do next, I will disable the Wi-Fi here and enable the Ethernet connection. And after doing this, when the next time I will run the speed test again, so you will immediately find the drop in the ping. The ping has been reduced. The connection is now more stable. And even you can see the latency that it has been dropped. Earlier it was 300 or something, now it has been reduced. So this is my first recommendation, and it's a solution that works like magic, that shows you the immediate difference. Alright, and now we can move with some kind of optimization. So what do you have to do? Make a right click on Windows icon. From the suggestion, you will have to look for device manager. Click on it. In the device manager, you will have to look for your network adapter, whichever you are using, like a Wi-Fi or Ethernet. I would recommend you to go with the Ethernet, but still whichever you are using, click on properties, go to power management and make sure this option has been unchecked. Now for the Ethernet user, if you are connected with the Ethernet, then a part of the power management, you also need to come to the advanced tab, and here we have to disable many of the offload feature, like the ARP offload, flow control, interrupt moderation, IP version 4 checksum offload. Make sure all these options are being selected to disable. Large send offload version 2, IP version 6. Then below you will find NS offload. You also need to make sure these all options are being disabled. You can also look for wake on magic packet. If you find it, you will have to disable it. TCP checksum offload, you have to disable it. UDP checksum offload, you have to disable it. Wake on magic packet, you have to disable it. Alright, so once you have disabled, now you can click on OK and then you can close it. Next, click on Windows search, type here ncpa.cpl and click on OK. Or hit the enter key, and this will display all kind of network adapter on your device, including your Wi-Fi, Ethernet, VPN or any kind of virtual machine. So again, you have to look for the adapter through which you are connected. I would recommend you to go with the Ethernet. So make a right click on it, click on properties. Here scroll down a bit and you will find Internet Protocol version 4, TCP IP version 4. Make a double click on it. And here on the top, it will be selected to obtain an IP address automatically. That's okay because it's being connected using the DHCP connection. But below where it says obtain DNS server address automatically, now by default this is using your internet service provider DNS, which might be slow and tracking your information. So what we can do, we can use the safest and the fastest DNS so that you can get the faster response on the internet. And for that, I would recommend you, either you should go with the Google or with the Cloudflare. So choose the second option, and in the preferred type 1, 1, 1 and 1, and in the alternate you have to type 1, 0, 0 and 1. Click on OK and click on OK. And now next we have to enable the fast datagram sending for the UDP traffic. Now the UDP, user datagram protocol, is a lightweighted connectionless network protocol used to send data quickly across a network. So unlike the TCP, UDP does not establish a connection before sending data, nor does it check if packet arrive. This prioritizes the speed over the reliability, making it ideal for the real-time application. So it's very important to change it. And for this, we have to use the registry editor. So click on Windows search, type registry. Click on registry editor from the suggestion. Now here from the left hand side, you have to make a double click on HK local machine. Then you have to look for system, double click on it. In the system, you have to look for CurrentControlSet. And in the CurrentControlSet, you have to look for services, make a double click on it. And inside the services, you have to look for a key by the name AFD. So press the A key so that you can quickly reach AFD. Here it is. Now once you get the AFD, again make a double click on it, and inside it you will find another folder by the name parameters. Click on it. And once you come to the parameters on the right hand side, you have to create a new value here. So make a right click on the blank space on the right hand side, hold up on new, choose .32-bit value. And this you have to name as fast with the F capital, send with the S capital, datagram with the D capital, threshold with the T capital. Once you have created, make a double click on it and change its value data from 0 to 64,000. 64, 0, 0 and 0. Click on OK. And now you can close it. And now in the next week, we will be using the group policy editor. So click on Windows search, type group. And in the suggestion, you will be getting edit group policy. You need to click on it. And the group policy editor will be up. Here from the left hand side under computer configuration, you will have to click on administrative template. Then on the right hand side, you will find a folder by the name network. Make a double click on it. And inside the network, you will find a folder by the name QoS packet scheduler. Here it is. Make a double click on it again. And inside it, you will find another entry by the name limit reservable bandwidth. Make a double click on it. And this will bring up another box, and by default, it might be enable. And below it says bandwidth limit to 80%. Now by default, it will be selected to 80%. That means 20% of your connection bandwidth that the operating system can reserve for the high priority background tasks such as Windows update or quality of service routing. So what we can do here, instead of 20% reserving for the Windows update or the service request, we can limit to 10%, or we can either remove all kind of limitation. So what I personally recommend you, that instead of 20%, just make it only 10%. So you can increase from 80 to 90. Now what will happen, only 10% of the bandwidth will be reserved for the special application like Windows update and quality of service routing. Rest 90% of the bandwidth will now be available for you, and that will be surely increasing the performance. Alright, so once you have done, now you can click on OK and you can close it. Now finally, one more recommendation that I have for you. Whenever you do any kind of task like gaming or chat on any communication like video chat or video audio call or any other work where the good bandwidth is required or the lower ping is required, at that period of time, what you can do, bring up the task manager by making a right click on Windows icon, choosing task manager. Here from the left hand side, click on performance. Then on the right hand top, click on the three dot. Click on resource monitor. Now what this will be doing, the resource monitor shows you basically all kind of utilization for the CPU, for the memory, for the disk, and even for the network. So So you will have to come to the network tab and you have to notice here the application that is occupying the maximum bandwidth. Now on my side, if I give you an example, so you can see Blip application, that is a file transfer application. Now it's running in the background, even I'm not aware of it. It's eating a lot of bandwidth, and due to which probably if I'm doing any other work, I'm not getting that kind of bandwidth, even my ping is being high. So what you have to do, whichever application you're not using, make a right click on it and click on end process. Especially if you're not using any browser at that period of time, then again make a right click on it and close it. Alright, this way you have to look for each and every program, every application here, whichever not using, you will have to close, especially when you are going to do any specific work. Now after applying all these changes, the next time when you will notice the ping, you will find the stable connection, the ping has been reduced. Of course, there will be some kind of difference. And that's all guys for today. Hopefully this video will surely help you. If yes, please hit the like, subscribe, and I see you in the next video. Bye bye.